Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, back with another video, and today doing a video that I want to do actually for a while now. It's another collection video. I'm going to be going over my Transformers collection, pretty much my entire collection. You might not see like 3% of it maybe, because most of it's all on display. And yeah, besides Star Wars, Transformers is one of my favorite things ever. There's Star Wars and Transformers is pretty much neck and neck, honestly. I only don't make too many Transformers videos just because um, there's just other better Transformers YouTubers. Even though I find lately a lot of the Transformers videos I've posted have actually been some of my better viewership ones, funnily enough. But anyways, I wanted to share my collection. It's grown exponentially. For a long time, I was pretty casual. I would just pick up the odd figure here and there, or like I'd get them for Christmas or my birthday or whatever. Up until 2019, when War of Cybertron Siege came out, and I started to actually collect on the regular, and now I've got a fairly significant collection. But yeah, we'll get started. There's a lot of different like displays, I guess. Um, because of my lack of space in my current area, they're all kind of spread out. But I guess first off is I do have the Lego Optimus Prime right here, which is a very awesome and unique piece to have in your Transformers collection or your Lego collection or both. It's super cool that Lego collabed to do this one. I got this for Christmas in 2022. And yeah, it's a great piece. I'll apologize right off the bat for some of the lighting. Some of the lighting's just not going to be good. Unfortunately, just some of these rooms just aren't well lit. But starting over here, got some leader class figures. I've got the Revenge of the Fallen leader classes. Um, Megatron's seen better days, but he's easily the worst of the three. The Megatron and the Optimus are actually my childhood leader class. I got them both one Christmas. Starscream I got a few years ago, I think, for like $50 loose. His electronics are all frigged up, and one of his thumbs on his hand snapped off. But aside from that, he's in great shape, and he's a really good figure like that. Starscream leader class holds up really nicely. A more recent acquisition that you would have seen on my top 10 favorite pickups of 2023, I actually did get a version of the 2005 Transformers Cybertron Optimus Prime leader class figure, which I absolutely love. This thing's super cool. Um, I just need to get the Transformers Energon original Optimus Prime, then I'll have each of the Optimus versions from the Unicron trilogy. But yeah, this figure is just absolutely incredible. Love that. Then we've got my Armada collection. Some of these, a good chunk of these actually are childhood figures because Armada was the first Transformers that I grew up with and was introduced. That's what introduced me to Transformers, so I got a real soft spot for Armada. But my goal is, and it's not like a goal I'm like super like vigorously pursuing right now, but I would eventually like to have every figure from Armada, or at the very least, a version of every character from the Armada line. It'll probably be a long time before I ever do that because, like I said, I'm not actively really looking for them. It's just kind of a lot of these figures I found loose for cheap at the local comic store. I get traded in. But yeah, we got like Hotshot, both the Optimuses, the big Optimus and Overload that's combined on them. It was my original Optimus Prime from ages ago that I still have, and it's still in fair shape considering it's like over 20 years old. And then we got Red Alert. I do have my original Red Alert, but this one's one I found loose for a really good price because my original one had his arm broken off, unfortunately. Probably one of the worst Transformers figures I've ever owned. The Armada side swipe. Yeah, this is just, yeah. I can't believe this figure even exists, but it's really bad. But it's got its own charm to it, I suppose. And I got it for cheap. It was like $10. And we got the smoke screen, and Hoist is actually a really good figure. He's aged okay. And then I really like the Jetfire. I got him loose as well. I think he was only missing his Minicon, I think. And he's great. And some of the Decepticons, like Demolisher is one of my favorites. Cyclonus is really cool. This Megatron and Starscream are both my childhood figures. Megatron, and they're both 100% complete. And Starscream is a little bit yellowing, but that's about it. And Starscream is one of the first figures I ever owned. And I still have him in Red Alert. So there's that. That's the Armada collection. Moving on, we've got my Masterpiece scale stuff. We've got the technically fourth party because it's a knockoff of a third party figure. That's the Masterpiece scale figure of the Last Night Megatron, which is easily one of my best looking figures in my collection. This thing looks incredible. Power his eyes on there for a second. Looks like the batteries might be going on that a bit maybe, but This guy is absolutely incredible. The paint and sculpted detail is fantastic. He's nice and big. Those light up eyes, and he has a light up fusion cannon, look awesome. Great accessories. Range of articulation is good, but you can tell he's definitely not. He's definitely a knockoff because he's definitely has some loose joint issues. Is the biggest issue with that guy. But he's super sweet. And then this is the Unique Choice Challenger, the battle damage version or whatever, which is also really nice. Yeah, Funko Pop. Got a couple of the Jada Toys diecast vehicles. There's the Age of Extinction truck and G1 truck. Optimus Prime. This is Transform Elements OP Leader, which is an absolutely excellent figure for the price. And he's got the full Repo Labels kit on him. It's like the only figure I've ever applied like the full set of Repo Labels on, which I think looks really nice. Again, I apologize for the lighting. It's not the greatest in this room. And that's a knockoff of Masterpiece Soundwave back there. And this cassette, guys. This is the knockoff Megatron Infinite Transformations Emperor of Destruction. A long time ago now, which is also pretty good. Although he's starting to yellow in some areas, and he's got his own issues. And we've got the Takara Coronation Starscream MP11, which is all right. This mold hasn't aged very well. I used to have the Thundercracker of this mold, which is my first masterpiece I ever owned. But I ended up getting rid of him. And then this is the Mastermind Creations Optus Nox, they call it, which is a Nemesis Prime repaint of their IDW Optimus / Orion packs. But it's super cool. He's got this cool sword, the articulation, some of the best posability I have on a Transformers figure that I own. Great accessories. He's got this wired cloak and everything. I know it's hard to see. Again, I apologize, but it's a super sick figure. And I have the Amazon exclusive Power of the Primes leader class Nemesis Prime because he doesn't really scale well with the Chug figures, so I put him over here because he scales better with Masterpiece. This guy's pretty cool too. This Optimus mold was a fun mold. And I really like the Nemesis Prime. He's cool. And then MP10, this is the Year of the Horse repaint of MP10. I'd love to get a normal colors, normal G1 colors MP10 at some point. I still really like this figure a lot. I remember this was one of my most wanted figures back in the day, and I still think it's super cool. It definitely shows its age now a bit, but it's still such a cool toy. It's a great Optimus. And then there's a little die-cast Optimus right down there. And so that is the Masterpiece scale stuff. Way back when, I said to myself when I started getting an actual job and making actual money, I was just gonna collect the Masterpiece, but the main line just got so good where I just went with mainline Chug instead of Masterpiece. A lot more characters that were being just so well made, but these are still cool. Really quick over here, I have my War for Cybertron / Fall Cybertron figures from like back in 2010, 2012, because they got really nowhere else to go. And these are still pretty good figures. I know some people aren't super happy with the new ones we're getting Gamer Edition. They are kind of hit or miss. I only have Optimus and Megatron so far, and I'm gonna get Starscream even though I was gonna pass on him. I decided to get him. But Starscream is actually the Takara version, so he's much nicer painted. I gave Megatron, I repainted his gray parts silver because his gray parts were all graying, or yellowing, sorry, not graying. They're yellowing, I think that looks a lot better. I got Grimlock there, who was too small, but still a cool figure. And like Optus and Bumblebee aren't in the best shape. My Shockwave and Soundwave are still in pretty good condition though, and there's the Air Raid, I think, is back there. AKA, I think it's supposed to be Fireflight, technically, but they call them Air Raid. And then that's my original Armada Red Alert in vehicle mode. You can see his arm's broken there at the shoulder. And then another random spot up here, I just got some random figures. We've got a movie Scorponok there. And then we've got some different Starscreams and Soundwaves and Shockwaves. Well, actually, I think there's just one Shockwave up there now. There's the Cyberverse Warrior class, maybe. It's actually not a bad figure. And then there's the Cyberverse, I think that's Cyberverse Soundwave, which is, I think it's the deluxe class one, which is actually also not bad either. He has he came with a transforming laser beak that goes in his chest and a little effect part, blast effect part, so that's kind of cool. I just don't like the back kibble on it. Then there's some other ones. There's the RID Soundwave there, the Beast Hunters Prime Soundwave. I'd love to track down the original Prime Soundwave at some point, but or even the third-party one they did at some point, but I don't know. don't know how easy the third-party one is to get anymore, and the original one's pretty expensive. And the original Prime Starscream's back there too. I can't really see him, he's back there. The Prime Shockwave is also back there. He's not complete, but it's still a pretty cool figure. And the Transformers Cybertron Soundwave's a really cool figure. It's not the best posability-wise, and I'm missing Laserbeak for him, unfortunately. But I like him a lot. And Cybertron Starscream. Some other Cybertron, what are these called? Scout classes back in the day. And another guy that's toppled over. I can't even tell who that is. I'll definitely pick him up later. But yeah, there's those guys. I really like this Cybertron Ransack. I don't know why, but even back then I was obsessed with this figure, and even to this day I still think it's such a cool one they did. He's super cool. I like him a lot. And then a couple of versions of Vector Prime. I'm looking forward to the Vector Prime that's supposed to be coming on Legacy United this year. They haven't shown it off yet, but I guess it's supposed to be coming. But yeah, I really like Vector Prime's design as a character. He looks super cool. This is the Universe one, who's just missing the front skirt pieces, which I didn't notice when I bought it, but not a big deal. And then this is the original one, which I got way back when I was a kid, and I'm only missing the sword for him. I'd love to find the sword for him again, have him complete, but yeah, I don't know if I'll ever find that. Maybe if I can buy a replacement at some point, that'd be nice. But yeah, just some more random stuff. Really quickly, just some random stuff on my work desk. I've got a couple of the core class figures there of Megatron and Starscream. The only two red figures I own, the Shockwave, which is actually pretty good. I won't lie, it's a pretty good figure. And the Soundwave, which is okay. And then I got a couple of these die cast, like, I don't know what company makes these. There's Jada Toys. They're like Hot Wheels scale, but they're Jada Toys of Bumblebee and Optimus. That I think came with the DVD or Blu-ray for the last night. The Optimus's colors is really not accurate. I'm not sure about the Bumblebee, but yeah, they're kind of cool. And then lastly, before we get to my main display, my main shelves for Transformers, we've got my Threezero figures. Gotta talk about them real quick, or show them off real quick. I absolutely love these figures and what Threezero is doing with the Transformers license. Absolutely beautiful figures. Again, some of my absolute best looking figures in my entire collection. These things are so awesome. The most recent acquisition is the Megatron, which just looks incredible. Absolutely love this thing. And then we've got the Bumblebee Optimus, which I'm still thinking I shouldn't get the Rise of the Beast Optimus because they are similar, but I just like the movie a lot and I like that design a lot. In some ways, maybe more than this one. I think I am going to get that figure. I don't know if I'll keep this one or not when I get that. I'm not sure, but this is still a really nice figure. Their Revenge of the Fallen Optimus is absolutely epic, and the Soundwave is really awesome too. And I like how all of their eyes can light up, and the light up feature looks really, really good. I'm not going to do it for all of them, because especially Optimus, you got to take apart his whole head. But yeah, those are the Threezero figures. And so finally, we have the meat of my collection. We've got the main Chug shelf, main Generations and whatnot. Got Studio Series, and we've got Generations all above my computer desk, whatever. You'll have to forgive the mess that's on my desk right now. But yeah, let's just get into it. This lighting on the stuff down here is probably going to be pretty bad, but I'll try to use my lamp here to make it a little better. But right down here, we got Rise of the Beast figures, Studio Series, all down here, and a couple of the mainline figures are in the back there. But I got most figures I want. I gotta track down Mirage. I had a pre-order for him, ended up canceling it, and now he seems like he's kind of tough to come by. If I don't end up finding him, that's okay. But I'd like to get him. And then we've got Studio Series Autobots here, the big old Grimlock. That's the reissue. Jetfire, I think, is still one of the best and most impressive leader class Studio Series they've made. Bumblebee Optimus is back there. Sentinel Prime, Mirage, Sideswipe there, and then that's the Jetwing Optimus. Then right here, probably one of my favorite Studio Series shelves, I've got the entire 07 movie Decepticon cast here. Back there, it's actually technically Grindor, but I use them as Blackout because they look like exactly the same. And if Grindor could arguably actually looks a bit better. and Grindor has the better hands and whatnot. So I use him. I used to own Blackout. I ended up selling him because I didn't see a point having both of them. But yeah, I got him there. Then Dark of the Moon, Shockwave, and Megatron, and then we've got all the movie guys. The '07 movie Starscream is my first Studio Series I ever owned, actually. He's there. I got the awesome Megatron, Brawl, Bone Crusher, Barricade, and we got Scorponok there. We're just missing a little figure for Frenzy, and then Ravage is there too, and then we got Igor and Dark of the Moon, Soundwave, which I still pretty like that figure quite a bit. Then over here we've got actually a lot of movie figures. Do have the Studio Series Fallen, which I love that figure. It's so cool. I absolutely love that Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen. It just, I think they did such a good job on that one. And then just Age of Extinction / Rise of the Beasts. The new core class Mohawk there, Barricade, and the Voyager Megatron, which I still think that figure is really good as well. And then the Optimus, which we could use a new Knight Optimus. This one's okay, but it has weird paint. It's got not the best articulation and whatnot. I think they could do a lot better, so I would like to see an upgrade to that. And some other movie figures. We got their Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon there, which is super cool. And then we've got Stockade from '07 movie and Wreckage that I just got last year from the '07 movie, which is also really cool. I like him a lot. Then up here, we've got, shine our light up here. We got some of the Gamer Edition Studio Series. Got the Incredible Optimus, the not so incredible Megatron, but still not bad. Then Shattered Glass figures. I do have Megatron, Starscream, who has yellowed all the hell, and the Shattered Glass Optimus is super nice. I love that figure. And then the Ratchet's back there. And then I got the Holiday Optimus right there, who I might put into storage and only bring out for the holidays because I might need the shelf space because I need to somehow fit Gamer Edition Starscream on the shelf, and so far there's like no room. Then here, more Studio Series. We've got just more film stuff. We've got some Age of Extinction stuff with Galvatron, KSI Sentry, technically, but I just like using it as, what do you call it? Nitro Zeus. And Ravage, Bumblebee movie, Soundwave. Looking forward to that Shockwave coming out. That's going to be a sick figure. And we got Shatter, the plane Shatter, and then the car Dropkick there. They're the best version of those characters. And the Seeker guys, we got Blitzwing, we got Starscream. And then I never intended to actually get Thrust, but he went on sale on Amazon for like under half price. He was cheaper than a current day deluxe at normal retail. So I had to buy it. It was a bargain of a deal. And I like how it's a reference to Armada Thrust. So that's a pretty cool figure. I like him. Then up here we have my Beast Wars Maximals. I think I have the original cast of the first season all assembled. All very nice figures. My Tigatron has yellowed, unfortunately. All these figures, most of the figures have yellowed, have not been in sunlight at all. They just were made of terrible plastic and have yellowed on their own accord, which really sucks, but it is what it is. And I got Leo Prime, or Leo Convoy back there because I had nowhere else to go. So he's right there. And then right here we have the Predacons. I had to opt for the Buzzworthy Bumblebee toy paint version of Pterosaur because that Amazon exclusive. I don't know why they made Pterosaur Amazon exclusive first and foremost, and then he was impossible to get for me. I could not find that figure. Amazon Canada like never stocked it, or if they did, I missed it every time. Luckily, the toy color version is not too far off, so it works perfectly fine. It's a nice figure. I like him a lot. And I got the toy version of Black Arachnia as well. And Tarantulas is one of my favorites. The Nemesis Primal is super cool, and we got the Megatron and then the Transmetal 2 Megatron, which are both really awesome figures. And down here, my Armada, Legacy Armada / Unicron Trilogy stuff. We got Hotshot. Put the light up a bit if we can. Hotshot, Starscream, Megatron. Got the Siege, Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime back there. And then we got the incredible Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime, not Megatron. Very much looking forward to the Tidal Wave they just put up for pre-order. I got a pre-order in. I never pre-order Titans, but I know I have to have Tidal Wave, so I pre-ordered them. Luckily got them on at GameStop, and I have a Edge membership, so I'll get them for a little cheaper. And then here we've got Unicron. This is the exclusive one that has the retooled head and shoulders, I think, with repainted look more G1, which I've had for a long time. One of my favorite Transformers figures in my collection. I always wanted the Armada Unicron and never got it, so when I eventually got this guy, I was over the moon, and I still think it's a really great figure. Then we've got the Gnaw there, because I just didn't really know where else to put him. And then we've got Galvatron, and then Scourge, and Cyclonus, which I really like this a lot. They look great. I might end up moving these guys to where the Armada figures are, and then moving the Armada figures up, because I need a spot to put Tidal Wave. I don't know where Tidal Wave is going to go, so because I have no more room for a Titan, so I got to make some adjustments. But moving over to the main shelf, I guess before we talk about anything like that, the one Transformers figure I have mint on card, I got last year actually. It is the Cybertron and Megatron from War for Cybertron. My local comic shop had this for like a really good price. I figured why not. I was actually going to open it and replace the old one I had, but I decided not to and just keep. I decided to try to restore the old one and just keep this one mint on card because I think it looks really nice on the card. And I didn't have any Transformers figures mint in box, so I wanted to have one. I think this one looks really great. But core class guy, Iguanus, Combiner Wars, Devastator there, which is a pretty cool figure. Insecticons, we've got some Decepticons. I have roughly one half of the shelf is Decepticons, the other half is Autobots, more or less, roughly. That's about as far as the organizing went, though. Leader Class, Six Shot, and Overlord, sorry. Both really great figures. The Six Shot and the Overlord make me, or the figures, when I look at them, it makes me miss old Leader Classes. I know new Leader Classes have their own benefits, but sometimes I just miss the size of these old ones. Old Blitzwing there from Titan's Return. Some deluxes there. Skytread is back there. Spinister, one of my favorites. Still absolutely love this War for Cybertron Shockwave. They really killed it with this one. Thunderwing. We got Run Amok. I never got Runabout. I didn't even know Runabout was an exclusive until it was too late, and I missed out on him, and now Runabout's super expensive. I don't know why they made one brother mainline and one brother not. That really bugs me, but maybe someday I'll be able to track one down. I don't know. I'd love to get Runabout at some point, though, but Run Amok is cool. Still rocking the Siege Megatron on my main shelf. There just hasn't been a Chug Megatron that I think has been better for me, personally. I think this one's still the best one for me, for what I like. Then we got the Siege Seekers, got Starscream there with Thundercracker's head because I prefer the smirk on Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp, who I guess is a pretty expensive figure now in the aftermarket. But yeah, I love having these guys. They're great. Some more guys, got Knockout back there, Tarn and Bludgeon, Mold Mates, Straxus there. Got the Netflix Soundwave with the tape recorder mode, and then I do have the Siege one as well. And we've got the really great Origins Megatron with the Senator, Ratbat, and then the two brothers. I wasn't going to get Dreadwing, but I just couldn't resist for whatever reason. I just really like this mold, and Dreadwing honestly wears it better, so that's great. And we got the Titan. Got the old Nemesis there, which is really great. This one surprised me. I like it much more than I thought I was going to. Ran alongside the Arc there. Then kind of sort of getting Autobots. You got Siege, Optimus way back there with the Earthrise head because it's not as well painted. And Nova Prime, I'm still over the moon they made this guy at all. He's awesome. Sentinel Prime. We're getting Vector Prime hopefully soonish, which is awesome. And I hope we continue to get more properly sized primes. I'd love that. Model kit, IDW Autobot version Megatron, and then IDW or model kit IDW Drift, which are both really cool. These kits are super cool. I just think they're a bit too expensive for what they are, and they're also kind of a pain to track down. I would like to see them do a actual new Drift in like Legacy United or something. I don't know. I don't think Drift's gotten like a proper Generations figure since like 2010, so it'd be nice to see a new Drift figure. Got the Disguise Mirage there, Brawn, just other Autobots, Bumblebee. Ratchet and Ironhide. I never did bother getting the new ones. I imagine the Studio Series Ironhide is better than this one. I just don't care enough to replace it. And same thing with the, I'm perfectly happy with the Siege Ratchet, so I didn't bother getting the new one. Got Laser Optimus Prime there, Power Master Optimus Prime, Commander Class Jetfire, which is still, or Skyfire, depending on what you want to call them. Which is, I think, is still an absolutely incredible Commander release from them. I think still one of the best ones, really. Grimlock. Bulkhead there. Earthrise Optimus is still leading the pack here. I know there's a Studio Series 86 Optimus leader or commander class in the works. If that figure ends up being better than this one, they'll probably replace this guy, but for now he's still king for my Chug Optimuses. Perceptor, we got Prowl, we got Wheeljack and Jazz, and we got the new Wingblade. Override, I might move over to the Unicron Trilogy shelf, but she's just there for now. The newer Commander class Ultra Magnus, which is great. And I think he looks really good with all the other 86 movie guys. We got Hot Rod, Rodimus, Cup, RC, Springer. I just have I can't remember this guy's name. I read the comic he's in, the Wreckers comic he's in, and everything. And I cannot remember his name. He's the one. I feel like out of all these guys, he is the one figure I consistently forget his name. I feel like it starts with an O. I don't remember. I'm not gonna remember until probably after the video. And then we got the Grimlock. I decided not to get the other Dinobots, mainly due to space. I don't have the space to display the entire team of Dinobots, unfortunately. I'd love to collect them all, but I just don't have the space. They're also all leader classes, so it's expensive. So, I like just having Grimlock. I had to have at least Grimlock, and he's still really incredible. And I do have, what's his name back there? Wreck-Gar's back there. And then probably still my favorite Titan so far, Omega Supreme with Cosmos is up there, and he's holding Trigger Happy. Yeah, I think Omega is still definitely my favorite Titan. The Nemesis is really cool. She might be my second favorite of the ones I own. I imagine Tidal is probably going to take the title once he comes out, but Omega is still really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This video's going really long, so I don't really want to prolong it too much more, but that is my Transformers collection. I've got a lot of stuff I want, not gonna lie. I'm gonna probably try to slow down a bit on purchases, but then again, Hasbro just keeps putting out some really banger Transformers figures, so I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed taking a look. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.